everyone. Guess what? Divergent comes out this Thursday. Get excited because I can tell you that it is awesome. Seriously. Well, because I am obsessed with factions now and know which one I would fit into, I thought we'd take a look at each one and throw a couple celebs into the mix. First and foremost, if you don't know what a faction is, there are 5 of them: Abnegation, Erudite, Dauntless, Amity, and Candor. The Abnegation faction values selflessness in the service of others and rejects vanity. They dress in neutrals and they don't really do their hair or makeup. Well, I'm not really sure about the dressing in neutrals and enjoying vanity part. I could totally see George Clooney in this faction. George Clooney has a very charitable heart and is constantly focusing his energy to helping those who suffer from poverty through his organization Not on Our Watch. Erudites are super smart and believe that knowledge is the only logical solution to conflict. I'd actually put Ashton Kutcher in this faction. The actor is so much smarter than he may sometimes appear. While accepting an award at the Teen Choice Awards, Kutcher dropped 3 important lessons at the screaming, drooling, prepubescent girls in the audience. What are those lessons? They were about opportunity, sexiness, and living life. In short, Kutcher explained that opportunity looks like hard work, that being sexy is actually about being smart, thoughtful, and generous, and encouraging kids to not only live, but to build their lives by saying this.
The third thing is something that I just relearned when I was making this movie about Steve Jobs. And Steve Jobs said, when you grow up, you tend to get told that the world is the way that it is, and that your life is to live your life inside the world and try not to get in too much trouble and maybe get an education and get a job and make some money and have a family. But life can be a lot broader than that when you realize one simple thing, and that is that everything around us that we call life was made up by people that are no smarter than you. And you can build your own things. You can build your own life that other people can live in. So build a life. Don't live one, build one. Find your opportunities and always be sexy. I love you guys.
Mila Kunis is one lucky girl. Jealous. Anyways, members of Dauntless are brave and usually fearless. They strive to be indestructible and guard the fence, making sure no one gets in or out. When I think of fearless, I think of Madonna. The superstar was one of the first huge celebrities to make a stand for gay rights, and despite backlash and controversy, has never backed down. Madonna even joined thousands of others from around the world to be a part of the Love Conquers Hate campaign, standing in solidarity with LGBT people in Russia. She wrote a touching note about human rights and the violence in Russia, saying, "It's time for love to conquer hate everywhere for everyone. I hope you'll stand with me in this fight." The faction Amity values peace, and their members mostly have a happy-go-lucky, laid-back attitude. Beyoncé would be a great fit for this one. In one of her most memorable acts, Beyoncé teamed up with the United Nations in 2011 for World Humanitarian Day. She performed her original song, "I Was Here," explaining that she hoped the song would leave a positive influence on the world. If you haven't seen it, watch the performance because it's pretty spectacular. Last but not least, Candor. Members of Candor are very honest and don't really have a filter. They can never tell a lie and they see truth as black and white. I'd actually put Kristen Stewart in this category. While the Twilight Star has said some controversial things in the past, she's always done and said exactly how she feels. Now, don't get me wrong, Stewart has done her fair share of things that were wrong, but she's always admitted to them and took the backlash. Candors are not necessarily always acting appropriately, they're just always honest. That's all for now, but keep checking back for more news.
This episode was brought to you by Divergent. Catch the movie's early showings this Thursday, March 20th at 8 p.m. and in theaters and IMAX everywhere starting March 21st.